Galaxy heads, 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 galaxy heads. That's why. Galaxy head.
Welcome to the Galaxy Head podcast. We are back. We've been away for a while, haven't we?
Oh, well, we've been away, but so many people have been emailing in again. Saying,
Thousands.
When are you going to be back? Please, we need you on the big screen. Here we are.
Here we are. Because this is
I've got a brilliant face for radio.
This is our first double ender where we are both being filmed. So welcome.
And what better way to kick it off, James, than with the introduction to the new Book of Boba Fett that's going to be premiering on December the 12th, is that correct? Or 24th?
Sure.
You find out.
19th.
We're not here
I think
for
it's the
information.
19th. But exactly, this is why we're back. Because we took a bit of a hiatus. We were waiting for something to pull us back in. And this is what it is. The Book of Boba Fett.
Huge fans of Boba Fett. And
trailer.
When the trailer dropped, we thought, now's the time.
Now's the time.
With no further ado, we've got modern technology coming out of our ears here. Laptops, television, colour televisions. So,
well, I'm hoping by doing it like this, Walt can't take it down.
TV's too small. There you go.
Because the TV's too small. He said that. But will be a reaction. It will also be spoilers because
we're full of them.
And
although there's not much to spoil.
No.
But go on, right? Let's get on with it.
Let's get on with it.
Right. I'll count to three. 1, 2, 3. Hit it. Right. Starting off, Tatooine. Look at that. Little monk, yes, little spider monk thing from
Return of the Jedi.
Little pit droid giving him his helmet there.
It did look like a pit droid, didn't it?
Slightly more weathered. We'll talk about this later.
They have weathered the helmet, yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a slash, and it's different shape as well, which I've noticed. But
Boba Fett colour on Lucasfilm.
Shand.
I know that you sit on the throne of your former employer.
Love that hammerhead, and that sounds like Din Djarin, doesn't it? Sounds like Pedro Pascal.
Overruled with fear.
What are these roustabouts? Strap him over the helmet off, no mucking
I
about.
intend to rule with respect.
His face has cleared up a bit, his skin's cleared up a bit.
He's knocked his head. Traditional music. See, this, I've got an issue with this guy.
Pause it then, pause it.
Really?
A proposal that's mutually beneficial.
Right.
Pause it.
So,
What's your issue?
that Barorda guy, the that one looks a bit. That reminds me of Orville.
Orville the Duck.
No, Orville
The TV show by Seth MacFarlane.
Yes, but he's got that sort of highly. I know they want to keep away from the CGI with that sort of stuff, which I'm all for. But even that looks a bit almost Sesame Street.
Oh, that's bad. Well, let's carry on watching and we'll come back to it.
Yeah, right, go.
Why speak
I love that bedroom.
Yeah.
when cooperation can make us all rich?
Some people are brilliant. She's famous, apparently.
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what?
That guy, yeah, I don't. He's annoys me. First time you see the inside of Fett's helmet.
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd
Nice.
have fed you to his menagerie.
Menagerie.
Many beasts.
And mini beasts, yeah. There he is again.
Speak freely.
He annoys me. Weird shape to the helmet. The bottom of the thing that's wide. But we're nitpicking. 9 on 10. No, it's the sound of the Slave 1 going off at the end of that.
Is that what that was? Speak freely.
I will. I'm excited.
Initial.
It didn't blow my underwear out of position.
Did it not?
No. I got the Hot Willies.
Who?
No, the chills on Mando stuff.
Mando traders.
Yeah, I was all over it. With that, I was like, okay, but this is what we said before. We don't know what they can do. They appear to be stuck on Tatooine. Are we going to see the Sarlacc? Are we going to see him apparently riding a Rancor? Which would be...
Who's saying that?
It's just news. Mr. Google.
Not buying that. Riding a Rancor.
How cool would that be? Like him turning up outside like some bar on a Rancor.
I guess Mandalorians did used to
I need
traditionally...
I need a little bowl for my Rancor and
like water for a dog.
Yes,
that's what you mean.
I was using that as an
Well, look,
analogy.
let's go back to the beginning, and let's break. Your initial reactions, because you're already talking about rancors and stuff.
Yeah.
Your initial reaction was didn't blow your pants off, but
I'm all for this. I'll lap up any Star Wars.
Tell them.
I will. I'll lap up any Star Wars. I'm all over it. I'll watch. As long as it's not too silly and kiddified, I'm up for it. I'm up for that. I'm so excited for that.
I don't think it'll be silly and kiddified. I think it's going to be like a gangster show.
Yeah.
You've got Rodriguez directing most of the episodes.
Brilliant.
You've got Favreau directing one or two, I think, and Filoni
And
one or
that-
two.
yeah, and this
Bryce
is
Dallas Howard.
It's in safe hands with them. And
Yeah.
she was in Jurassic Park, so there you go.
There you go. Well, she didn't have safe hands in Jurassic
No.
World, did she?
No, but James, that we're on now the third helmet, I think, already of this Book of Boba Fett. How are we going to keep up with these helmets, James?
How are you going to
First
buy
one was
all these
Rancor,
helmets?
wasn't it? Cobb Van.
Yeah.
Then it was resprayed by Fett. I
Yeah.
don't know why he's got aerosols on his slave one, but I suppose
Why wouldn't he?
why wouldn't he? And now we've got the version with the scrape.
It's been scratched up again.
It's
hasn't
been
it?
scratched up, yeah.
So
And it's also a different weird shape at the bottom. It's like gone in.
Does it?
It looks weird.
Let's not worry
No, I'm nitpicking again.
because Vader's helmet changed in every film.
Yeah, he
Let's
had,
not-
he had a good polish up in Empire, didn't he?
Let's not worry about the helmets. Let's talk about the show now. For all of you out there, I'm sure you watched our predictions for the Boba Fett show podcast that we did, or listened to.
Don't know if we released it.
No, we did release it.
Yeah.
It was about an hour long, maybe 40 minutes of us rambling.
Yeah,
because we couldn't come up with anything. But the one solid idea we did come up with was a Sopranos style show where he's running
a gangster type.
Yeah. thing, which maybe seems obvious, but that's what we came up with, and that seems like what we're getting.
He was nice. He was sort of. Fennec Shan said Jabba would have fed you to his menageries.
Yeah.
Whereas he's like, no, speak freely. Go on, let me
Yeah,
hear.
it's still a bit threatening, isn't it? Because
It
it's
is,
like
yeah.
good cop, bad cop. She goes, he would have done that, and he's like, yeah, so say what you want.
Yeah, I
But
suppose.
be wary,
Mm.
because he's probably got a menagerie still. Let's start from the beginning of
Yeah,
the
think
of
what
the
he's
advert.
got left out.
The advert, the trailer. First thing we get is the monks.
Okay, well that was stop motion.
It looked like stop motion.
Lovely.
Stop motion monks. Nice
Yeah.
to have them back.
Don't know whether that's Phil Tippett again, and he's a big fan of the show. I know that.
Yeah. Of our show.
Yeah. And we must ask him. But that's stop motion, so that's what works in well. Then you've got
Slow down. Let's just
pit
talk
droid.
about them.
Okay, right.
Before we go on to, let's break it down. So they are Namor monks,
Oh no, you know more about this than I do.
Bomar monks,
Bomar monks.
and once they reach enlightenment, they took their brains out, stuck them in a bowl, and attached them to a electronic
but
spider.
that seemed like it was like an insect walking through and it looks small rather than that
How big it looked in Jedi.
7-foot thing behind Luke.
Well, maybe they've shrunk them down because they kept getting caught in
Maybe that's like a mouse.
holes.
Mouse's brain.
Well, anyway, that is a brain
Yeah.
from a monk, and they used to own Jabba's palace, and Jabba took over it,
Oh, interesting. Right.
and then obviously Bib Fortuna took over, and now Boba Fett has taken over. But they're those monks. It's nice to see them
always
back.
busy real estate. It's always getting taken over.
But in the last podcast where we spoke about this, I wanted to see more of those monks. I said that,
You wish.
and they've done it. They
There we
clearly
go.
listened. They clearly
Again,
listened.
they've listened to the show as well.
So then what? Pit droid? Look, I don't think it's a pit droid. I think it's got a bigger, whiter head.
No, I beg to argue that is
Right.
a pit droid. Yeah, if you look at the head, it's about the circumference of a Boba Fett helmet.
Right. So that's a pit droid. Why has he got a pit droid working with him?
Because they're on Tatooine, aren't they?
Yeah. Do you think? Let's turn the TV off. Do you think that the pit droid will be like a bit of an R2 for him, a comedy thing, or do you think it'll just be?
I hope not. Fennec Shan's almost too much. Fett was a lone.
Tell them.
I'm talking to you. Fett was on his own, and he didn't need droids or anyone else helping him. That was the thing, wasn't it?
Mm.
So having a pit droids make that squeaky little sound.
Yeah.
Firing out the back of engines. No, that's enough. Giving him his helmet.
Keep the comedy.
Yeah. Ah, yes. Comedy in a Fett show.
Do you want it?
Not really.
Okay, but there wasn't any in that, was there?
And I don't
really?
mind Star Wars comedy. It's all right. Star Wars comedy is all right, but too much of it, you don't want Fett stepping in and bantha poo, do we?
Oh. Well, the only comedy that came there, not really comedy, just the sort of laughy bit, was sort of dark comedy where she says about the menagerie, you would have fed you to the menagerie, and he's like, yeah, say what you want.
Yeah.
But interesting. So what he's doing there, what Boba Fett's doing there, is trying to get the families together. The crime.
Yeah, they're apparently
gangs.
Jabba's old henchmen, weren't they? They're his sort. Are they?
I think they're crime families.
Oh, interesting.
Like
Well, no, I
Sopranos
got that
or
with the
Godfather.
Hammerhead,
Yeah.
but I didn't get that from the table of Walrus Face.
Well, they're probably not gangsters as much as Boba Fett will be, but they're still gangs. The Marauders.
Right. Okay. So you're talking what's Maul's
Black Sun.
Black Sun? Are we going to see the start of that, or is it fake? No, Black Sun's been, isn't it? Yes, it has, because Maul was longer.
Yeah, Maul's dead at this point, but Kira is still alive. And in the comics, Kira, who was in Solo, played by Emilia Clarke, has taken over Black Sun. But she's not
interesting.
aged that much in real life, and considering Solo, between this and Solo, we're probably looking at about
10 years, 15 years.
longer, I reckon. 20?
Really?
No. 15, probably about right. Could you age her up 15 years? Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, come on.
Bring her
dye
in.
hair.
But I don't like... Say dye your hair.
Yeah.
But I don't like Kira.
Right.
I don't want her in this.
No, I've got no need for either.
Unless he gaffy sticks her around
Did you
the
see
head.
Bosk? Well, not Bosk, but the
Trodoshans?
James, you're on fire with your alien,
Thank you.
alien
Thank
lingo. Yeah, he was sitting there along with Walrus Face and Marauder that I didn't like.
Yeah, so I mean you can see the figures behind us. We had some of these fellas. Can you get that closer? We had a Boba Fett. I mean, especially sitting down.
That's basically the trailer.
Boba Fett. Any of these? Klatus? Was there any Klatus?
I
Klatoonians?
don't know. Let's not worry about playing with toys.
Let's not play with toys. Carry on.
So what would the deal with those guys with the shields?
I don't know.
And he did his with his axe again.
He's
didn't
got a great face.
Yeah, he's got a
I
great
love his face.
Yeah.
Those guys with the shit. I mean, they had good tech for a gang.
And you see, obviously, his helmet has got some coins in it because it hits the ground and it rolls, and that's the first time you see the inside of a helmet. Of Fett's. So yeah, that landscape of that flyover, is that going to be Mos Espa or?
It could be somewhere on Tatooine. It was a big place. Much bigger than.
There's a guy
Iceland.
called Paul Bateman that's on Rebel Force Radio, I think it is as well. He's posted a picture of Doug Chang's concept drawings
Right.
of somewhere. I think it's on Revenge of the Sith or somewhere, but it's that city basically.
Right.
It's just like it. But that's amazing. That flyover is fantastic.
They look great.
Yeah, and that hammerhead speaking in that, I'm sure that sounds just like Pedro Pascal. Is that his name?
It could be Pedro Pascal
Joe Pasquale.
voicing.
That's-
Joe Pasquale voicing. Hello.
Yeah.
Voicing a hammerhead. Now, apparently, that thing on that hammerhead's head.
He's a voice changer thing.
Yeah, helps
And
him talk.
You see that in Rebels.
Do you? Yes, you do.
You see the actual. Have you got a hammerhead?
No.
That figure, like in that get-up, that colour uniform that he's wearing, it's in Rebels or Bad Batch? I think it's in Bad Batch, but he's got that thing around his neck. I think
I think you're
turns
right,
his
yeah.
voice into that. Anyway, that sounds like Pedro Pascal to me.
Yeah. Well, it could be. They get.
Why? Yeah,
Well, they get
no.
like Mark Hamill into voice. Hamill will probably voice someone in there somewhere.
Yeah, possibly. But yeah, I'm excited, but it didn't blow me away.
What would have blown you away? More fighting?
I'd have liked to have seen maybe his hand just coming out the Sarlacc, grabbing onto some sand or something, ripped gloves.
They could have showed us
At
him
the
escape
end.
from the Sarlacc. You're right. That would
But
have.
this is the first trailer. I mean, it's coming out at Christmas, so how many more trailers are we going to get? 2, 3? Well, it might be it.
At least one more.
But I don't want to be spoiled either. I don't want to have stuff like that ruined for me. So I'm not fussed. I'm not too bothered that it didn't blow me away, because I think the show will.
I love the fact it's coming out at Christmas. Me and you, we love a Christmas Star Wars thing, don't we?
Do we?
Don't we?
Yeah.
So-
Star Wars is Christmas to me.
Star Wars is
Yeah,
Christmas.
I
As
can
you said,
happily send my family and children away and sit in the lounge in my pants watching Star Wars all
Yep.
day. That's my Christmas.
you've said that on a podcast before,
Yeah.
haven't you? That you don't care about your family.
Nope.
It's all about the Star Wars. But yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. Didn't blow you away. I got very excited.
Yeah.
I got very excited.
When you rang me, and I was like, what? I thought it was November the 12th.
Yeah, I rang you and told you. First time I've ever told you about something about Star
Oh,
Wars.
no, I didn't know yet. But November the 12th was my son's birthday, and I was more excited about the trailer coming on. No, yeah, no, I'm not. I love my family to bits. But yeah, that was surprising that turned up then. I wasn't expecting it.
I wasn't expecting it. And it came up, said 1 hour ago. So we got it early. I mean, it came out today. We're doing our reaction video today. So...
Yeah, this was yesterday that the trailer dropped. So
What? No, today.
was it today?
Dropped
Was it?
today, 1 hour before I called you.
Right, of course.
That's what it said on YouTube.
Right, I'm with you.
So-
we're ready.
We're
We're
quick. We're
Yeah.
quick. Usually we speak about things years after they came
How
out.
many years was it after Return of the Jedi we did our podcast?
Yeah,
30 odd years.
30 years.
Yeah,
We were waiting for the technology to catch up.
big time.
What else did we see? Fennec Shand. I like Fennec Shand. She is a beautiful, beautiful lady.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
And I'm happy she's
No,
there.
she's good. She's really good. She kicks ass with the guys with the shields again, and you see her.
Going back to the guys with the shields.
Yeah.
To me, they look more like a police force
Yep.
than a gang
I
because
thought-
they've got the same. Everyone's got the same weapon.
Well, I noticed
shield and-
their shields look like the middle of Fett's armor. That Mandalorian badge.
Did it?
But and you look at the Clone Wars, they had like in the architecture, they had that shape, and their shield sort of. I don't know if that was, but that's weird. That couldn't be right because you wouldn't have Mandalorian police. Mandalore's gone.
No, yeah, well, no, but Bo-Katan is trying to liberate Mandalore at this time.
Yeah, well, yeah. She wasn't seen in it either, was she? Is she going to be in it?
I reckon she'll pop up. Well, I mean, at the moment, in this timeline, Mando's probably with Bo-Katan and stuff, isn't he?
Well, yes, that's right.
Season 3, we'll probably see that.
Yeah,
Will they do a crossover with Mando and Boba Fett?
yeah. I know this is a lot to think about, isn't it, Jim? We've got a lot of future podcasts. We've got a lot of talking about this to go.
Predictions. Well, we did our predictions.
Yeah, and I'm still none the wiser. I still can't unless I want to see that Rancor turning up at the pub with Fett riding it
On the lead.
in his little Rancor bowl. If that doesn't happen.
Which
I'm really
Rancor do you
not.
want? So the one from the Bad Batch cartoon, Moochie.
No, because he's dead.
No,
Moochie is the Rancor.
no, that Rancor is called something like Smithy.
Smith,
Yeah, James Corden.
Smithy the Rancor.
Yeah, honestly, it's a different name.
What the fuck is what?
I don't know why they brought
Moochie
Moochie
as
in. I
well.
know, I hated that. I hated most of the Bad Batch, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I did.
Just putting it out there, it was not.
But then again,
Good.
that's us again. I'd still happily welcome more Star Wars.
Of course, feed me more.
Yeah, but yeah, Moochie, Smithy. They go with Smithy.
It's not Smithy. It's something like Smitsaw or something like that. But it's in one of the books.
No one needed to name it. It didn't need to have a name.
No.
No. it
The
didn't.
Well, I guess the Rancor
it's a
people would have called it
race,
something.
You'd have more than one Rancor, wouldn't you? Two Rancors.
What other creatures did Jabba have?
Yeah, but I'm now thinking of that arena. In Attack of the Clones when there's loads of those. You know more, don't you?
Reek, Acklay, Nixu,
Done.
the three beasts in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
could have those.
Menagerie.
But I want perhaps some of Ralph McQuarrie's concept artwork. There's like that big worm thing. That'd be quite cool.
They've used Ralph McQuarrie stuff in Mando, didn't they? Because they used the
they went-
spiders.
and Rebels. They've
the
used
white
loads of
snow
stuff.
spider things.
Yeah, and there's probably not much left. Yeah, but he's going to have stuff. They're going to invent. They can't always just do fan service, old school.
No.
Creatures coming back, but yeah. So there's going to be loads of stuff. That the Gamorrean Guard's a bit thin.
They're thin again.
I want a tubby.
Yeah.
I want a tubby Rancor.
Fun stuff.
Gamorrean Guard next to Smithy, the Rancor.
Because there's one scene in that trailer. We're pointing there like it's still playing. There's there one
Inside
scene
that TV.
where Boba, Fennec Shand walk through a door and they've got two Gamorrean guards behind them.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. Yeah, they whip that door open. And
So
then
the
walk through.
Gamorrean guards are obviously loyal to whoever's in charge of that temple, I guess. A temple palace.
Yeah,
sorry.
maybe they're guards of the palace rather than guards of whoever was on the throne.
I'd love to see Boba Fett go down into the catacombs where the monks live and liaise with the monks as some sort of soothsayers, like they can not tell the future, but wise super testers. Wise
Yeah.
sages who can give advice about money laundering I don't know.
The thing is, you're making Boba Fett such a complex guy now, whereas he was just a guy that turned up in a suit.
Well, now he said, "I'm not a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
I'm starting a. If we all work together
Respect,
as crime
yeah.
people, a little respect.
Well,
Give me a little respect.
SBCT.
Yeah.
That's all Fett needs.
If we all BOBAFEETT, if we all get together, we can make more money."
Yeah.
Is that what he wants?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing we were trying to work out in the podcast.
I
What
know.
does he want? Is it just money? I mean, he's already got
That's why I'm
palace.
panicking about it a bit. That's why I don't think it's going to be that easy to write a Fett show.
Mm.
That's why you could only have like the 6 episodes or however many they're having.
8, I think.
Okay, 8 then. The Twi'leks. That Twi'lek is meant to be some famous actress.
She's meant to be some famous actress.
No, I haven't
but
seen
what,
her.
is she not famous yet?
No, I haven't seen- not in my book until I see her. And then, well, that's good. See Twi'leks. If they're on Tatooine, they're going to have Twi'leks hanging around. Do you reckon it'll all be based on Tatooine?
No, he's going to go off. You see him flying around in his ship.
Who's
so-
going to look after the palace when
in
he's gone?
Slave 1. Good morning,
Smithy.
guards on the door. Smithy's at the door.
It's at the door of his dog bowl.
No, Smithy's dead. Luke Skywalker, bone in mouth, door
Yeah.
shut on him.
Who dragged that out?
What?
Who cleared up after that mess? That's got to be 40 tons worth of
Rancor.
hide dragged up.
And you see
Tow it to the back of the Slave 1 and just floor it, and you just see it just fly.
road brakes.
Yeah. Beep,
It's like a
beep,
Family
beep,
Guy
Slave 1
sketch.
comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sand people, sort of sand people.
Yeah.
The Tusken Raiders.
Tusken Raiders, James.
Sorry, yeah. Very on PC of
Yeah,
me.
it is, yeah.
These. Sorry, forgive me. We're using microphones, and I just tripped on it.
It was like this morning.
We saw the Tusken Raiders.
Yeah.
4 of them. When we first saw Boba Fett in Mando, he was wearing a Tusken Raider style outfit.
They're mates, aren't they?
He carries a gaffy.
Yes, hang on. They could be his henchmen now. They could be his little gang of
army.
Army, yeah. There was the graphic novels. There was. Do you remember the Legacy comics? Cade Skywalker and Darth.
Love them.
Great. He was
Great.
once a Tusken Raider, wasn't he?
Who? Darth Crate?
Yeah.
No way.
And he had
It's a good character. I like the Legacy
yeah,
comics.
and he became like Fettis now to the Tusken Raiders. He became a leader of the Tusken
Yes, he
Raiders.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he rode a bantha with a lightsaber and stuff.
Yeah.
So perhaps they're like
They could borrow.
cherry picking from the EU and just making up stuff as they go. That sort of. There's a massive well of ideas.
Yeah. But we've got none of them. What about any Easter eggs you saw in there? The coins that fell out of Boba Fett's helmet were Rebel Alliance coins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's interesting because in Mando he's like, Empire money's no good to me.
Yeah.
I've got some Mon Cal credits, they're good.
Yeah.
You can use them.
Stink of fish.
They're fishy. And so now they've got Rebel currency.
Mm.
So rebels are back in a big way. If they've got a mint,
They got a mint,
if
but
they've
they haven't got much of an
operates,
army.
they've got a lot of power to be able to produce money.
Why has he got it in his helmet?
He hasn't got a wallet.
Yeah. Well, I saw
Holland just showers down on his chest in coins.
I saw someone earlier mention that perhaps he's been busking.
Right.
Well,
Well, you see him with the guitar.
I'm a
You see him with the
New
guitar.
Zealand man
I'm a New Zealand
singing
man.
with my gaffy stick.
That's a great,
That's what he does.
great song. I don't know, James, why he's got money, but I just looked at the inside of the hat rather than the coins. And then
You would.
I would, wouldn't I? But this is all bitty. It's nothing. I can't relate to anything we're seeing because we haven't seen that before.
Mm. And sometimes that's good because sometimes in trailers, say for a film, for example, they tell you the film.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch the film. They tell you everything that's going to blooming happen, and you go, "Why go?"
Yeah, I know.
Whereas this, we just get little bits of different bobs.
Yeah. I don't. I'm okay with it. I'm not going to panic because it's.
Don't panic.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I just don't want it to be ruined. It's our Fett, our beloved Fett. He's too precious to get banded around. But I think if in the hands of Filoni and
Rodriguez.
Smithy, they'll be fine.
I've got more faith. I've got faith in Filoni.
Yep.
In Filoni we trust, but I've got a lot of faith in Robert Rodriguez. I can't think of one Robert Rodriguez thing
Yeah.
that I don't like.
Yeah,
Even
he likes it as well. He getting his kids to reenact all the, the animatics and stuff like that. It's important to him, and he doesn't want to risk ruining it.
I'll be very surprised if people like Cheech Marion doesn't turn up.
That guy that does special effects with the gun, cop gun.
What's his name?
I don't know.
He's the horror guy of the 80s.
Does all special effects.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dave.
We'll call him
Smithy.
Smave.
I want to say Smithy.
Smithy.
For some reason. I reckon Cheech Marion will turn up.
No, he won't.
You don't reckon?
It's not like Ron Howard getting his brother in Solo to do the fight in the cage.
He did get his brother in.
I know he did.
Right,
but I don't think I don't think Robert Rodriguez is on the same level of as Ron Howard getting family members in to. I know Cheech Marion isn't his family.
He's not his family.
All right, yeah.
Danny Trejo.
Cheech Marion dressed up as like a slave Leia.
I wouldn't be surprised if Danny Trejo turned up.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Wow.
Or Antonio Banderas, probably not. But Trejo and Cheech, there were
two guys in there, bandits we'll call them, that were fighting them.
Sure.
In brown sort of leather gear. Did you see that?
No.
Leather strap-on bum holes.
No.
Bum cheeks cut out their trousers.
Did you watch the right trailer?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And, well, you know who I mean. There were two guys coming. They were fighting right at the start of the trailer.
I don't. I'm so sorry.
I think they were called Smithy. My point is that yes, there could be so many different people they can bring in, do different stuff. I don't want to see casting of like Han Solo when they had that bounty hunter in Mando, didn't they? They had that kid that had his feet up on the table when Mando turned into the canteen.
He wasn't Han Solo.
No, but they made him like a Harrison Ford.
So in Mando, there was the bounty hunter who was trying to get into the guild, and he was like a Han Solo.
Yeah, I don't want to see stuff like that. What I do want to see, do you know what would have been good?
Dengar?
One of them would have been Dengar. He would have come on, he would have just strolled in with his moles sellotaped to his head and his toilet paper around his head. Or,
Cheech Marion playing Dengar?
That alien that was sitting there, you know the name, that they hate Wookiees, what they called those bosks.
Trodoshans.
Why couldn't that be a bosk? They're just sitting there. But then again, it's fan service, isn't it? What's the point? But, you don't. You're making the universe smaller again, aren't you? Making all these characters people we know.
I think that's the thing that arguably was missing from the trailer. Maybe, I don't know. I enjoyed the trailer, but the little bit where you go, "Hey, Smith!"
Yeah.
If at the end you would have seen Dengar lift his bandages and go, "All right."
Yeah. All right. Look at my moles.
If you would have seen, that, I get that.
Or another hut in the background.
A hut. I really want more huts.
Just in the background, you see their big yellow eyes just open up and hear the hoo, 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 like that. Not a gorilla, but the laugh. Yeah, that would have been good.
Because Jabba,
he's got a big family. The huts. They Qui-Gon says the huts, isn't it?
Yeah, and in the Clone Wars we see the huts.
You see Zero, don't you? Good few ones.
The really. Is it a lady or just a fabulous hut?
Isn't he meant to be like Jabba's uncle or something, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean that was weird. I mean you could have just said that you don't know if the huts could have been, like some creatures, a male and female. You could have kept the huts like that,
Jabba's a very masculine name. Come
on. 4 of my sons are called Jabba.
All 4.
All 4 of them. I want to see huts. I do. I don't want to see Jabba the Hutt.
I want to see Forlom, and that's not fan service. That's more bounty hunters.
You want to see Forlom and
I want them to know that Fett's just strode in and taken over Jabba's palace, and they're like, "Well, we could have done that." They come back.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
They start having a bit of a face-off.
Yeah.
Outside, you see some ships arriving. They land in the designated parking area of Jabba's palace, and they get out.
Would you like to see Jabba the Hutt's funeral with 4 huts?
Mate, it'd be too sad.
I wouldn't be. I can't.
I wouldn't be able to keep a dry eye.
I'm welling up.
Yeah, I'm getting emotional thinking about it.
You don't want to see 4 huts holding a coffin, slime
really slowly, going along.
Yeah, they take a week. A hut.
Yeah, a funeral.
Funeral, yeah. Slime everywhere.
Yeah.
All the people walking behind are slipping.
Yeah, slipping over it.
I mean, that sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, the wake would be good. Who could do that? Eulogy. Who could do that?
Who would do the eulogy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Eulogy McGregor.
Yeah, that's good.
I
That's a
think
good one.
we swayed away a little bit from the
from the trailer. Yeah, reaction. This is reaction.
Well, that's it.
Any
Actually,
other-
I've given up now. I'm not doing
This is
more.
every time you
I
give
know.
up. Was there any other
I've got
Easter
to work.
eggs? Was there any other Easter eggs?
There's probably tons, wasn't there?
Well, say some.
I don't want
to. Come on. I've given you the Rebellion credits, coins in his.
I said that.
helmet.
Fett's helmet changing,
Yeah. Pit droid. You said you saw the
and his skin did look better. He has been
His
using
skin
some
did look
Oxytocin,
better, yeah.
hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a rumor that he sleeps in
Bacta.
Bacta, to help his skin, because it was much more scarred on this side in Mando.
Well, he was very Uncle Fester, wasn't he?
Let's talk about his uniform and his helmet, because you said you want to speak about it. It's much more scratched up than when he had first done that paint job.
Yeah,
Inferior paints.
I don't know if he primed it first. I reckon he
That
just
would-
went straight on with the paint, and it's come off very. It didn't adhere well. What he used. I'd like to find out what paints he did use, because he could have had a chat with me, and we could have got some ideas down.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I still don't know why they made him paint that armour. It looked much better with it all just acid from the Sarlacc pit burnt off. On it.
I thought it looked all right, but next to Mando's, it didn't look half as.
Didn't see any Jawas either, did we?
No, I was only thinking about Jawas this morning.
Oh. Do you just walk around and just drift off and just think, Jawas.
Jawas. Okay, well that's our reaction. That's our. I mean, we're looking forward to it.
What, 33 minutes?
33 minutes, but we've
That's
given
too long.
Easter eggs. No, we've given Easter eggs and tidbits.
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 Bits. Take those bits of tip with you, and we've enjoyed this, haven't we, James?
Yes, lovely to be back. Please don't forget to
Like them,
subscribe them, and
comment them.
and we'll be back soon with some. I hope with some unboxing videos. Now we've got the setup going. So thanks.
Small TV in the back.
Yeah, yeah, the setup,
Yeah.
the Digifusion.
Oh, that is top quality. Digifusion.
I think we could get Digifusion to sponsor us if they
Oh,
hadn't
mate.
gone out of business.
They're still operating.
No, of course they're not.
Right,
I
see you
push
later.
an Alba. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.